Good morning, everyone. It's Robert from On the Turntable. Hope you're having a great morning. It's a Tuesday morning, kind of rainy. Today I thought I'd do some features of some great male solo artists. A few weeks ago I did on female artists. This one may have to be a two-parter because just by circumstance, I have more male artists than female artists. Not to take anything away from the female artists, because I think there should be 1,000 more. But these are some great solo artists or people that have gone solo from great bands. So I'm going to start off with one that I had been fortunate enough to see weeks before his unfortunate accident. I saw him with the late great Jeff Healey and the amazing Jeff Beck. So Jeff Healey opened. Jeff Beck came on and just made his guitar sing, and then this gentleman came on and blew the house apart. Stevie Ray Vaughan, the late great blues artist, guitar virtuoso, can play just as well backwards as he can forward. This is, I believe, his debut album as well. His band Double Trouble is just awesome. There's Stevie there. I've seen this guy a few times as well. Great Canadian artist, international star. Played and sang with the greats like Tina Turner, also Rod Stewart, and Sting. We're talking about Bryan Adams. This is the album Reckless. One Night Love Affair is a big one on here. Run to You, Heaven, Summer of '69, Kids Wanna Rock. Great album. This one also happens to be on red vinyl. That's one reason why I bought it. I've yet to play it, but I know the album. Another one of my favorites. Hi Max. You can see Max in the corner there. Likes being behind my back. This artist came from an amazing band called Genesis. Probably one of my favorite albums of all time. The great Peter Gabriel and So. I have it in CD and album. That's how much I like it. Sledgehammer, big hit off of this one, and the beautiful Don't Give Up with Kate Bush. Another great debut album, Huey Lewis and the News. There's a great documentary on Huey Lewis on YouTube on his struggles and how he was quite, I don't want to say old, but he was older than most when he became a superstar. And of course the video years just made him that. Heart of Rock and Roll, Heart and Soul, I'm on a New Drug, Walking on Thin Line, Finally Found a Home, If This Is It. Ton of hits on this one. This gentleman came from a famous band called The Band. We're talking about Robbie Robertson. He just put out a new album, which I'm going to look into not too far away. This one has a big hit, Showdown on the Big Sky and Somewhere Down the Crazy River. His vocal style suits this album. Unfortunately, not the greatest singer, and I don't want to take anything away from him because he's a super talented guy, but his vocal style suits this album, if that makes any sense. You may have heard of this gentleman. Came from a pretty big band from the 60s who became super famous worldwide, took over the world basically, and then he left and formed a little band called Wings. So I still consider this a solo album, but we're talking about Paul McCartney, Venus and Mars, and Band on the Run. A little wear on this one, but it still sounds great. This one's got Band on the Run, Jet, Let Me Roll It, Hell on Wheels. This one's got Rock Show, Lovin' a Song, Listen to What the Man Says. Great albums. This wild man, Ted Nugent. Okay. This is Weekend Warrior. This is Scream Dream with the famous Wango Tango. And Free for All. Amazing guitarist. Wild man, basically. There he is there. Some people have kind of turned away from him because of his thoughts on gun control. But if you take that part away, that's all politics. If you take that part away, he is an amazing artist. And then I have the late great David Bowie. Bowie, tomato, tomato. I have this charm here. I also have Ziggy Stardust. And this one, Hours. This is definitely one artist that I'm going to get all his discography, because I think he was just unique, amazing, changing with the times artist. And yeah, not much you can say about that man that hasn't been said. Also had the fortunate opportunity to see this gentleman in Ottawa, backed up with the great Bonnie Raitt, blues slide guitarist, amazing vocalist. When he came out on stage, we all thought he was a roadie because he just came out in a pair of jeans and a t-shirt. But when he hit his first note, you knew who it was. The great Eric Clapton. Okay. This is an amazing double album. There's Eric there. Okay. Played in bands, the Yardbirds, Cream, Blind Faith. A huge solo career. Played with all the greats. George Harrison, played on a Beatles album with George Harrison. Great friends with George Harrison. That's a whole other story, and you could probably do a whole series on just Eric Clapton on its own. So I have this one here, Forever Man, and I have this one here, Backless. Beautiful cover, kind of a velvet or a leathered type of cover here. Pardon me. There's the picture there. And I also have 24 Nights, a double live album on CD. Recorded live at the Royal Albert Hall between 1990 and 1991. Some great songs on this one, all his hits. Another late great artist, American artist that has played with the James Gang, played with Deep Purple for about a year, and went on to have a great solo career, Tommy Bolin. Another great guitarist and singer-songwriter. Irish great blues player, again taken away too early from us, Rory Gallagher. Okay, this is called Calling Card. And these two, or this one, sorry, but these two albums were in a collection that I was given, and I didn't realize who it was until I researched the albums. And it's actually the great Elvis Costello. This is Blue, and this one's called Spike, the Beloved Entertainer. This one's got the hit Valerie on it. Sorry, Veronica. I'm sorry, Veronica. But he's a great artist. But yeah, I was quite impressed that I had these, and figured out who it was after researching. I'm still researching that. I was given about 80, almost 90 albums. Some of them, and I was explaining that earlier, some of them weren't the greatest. About 20 of them, they were all the K-Tel style. But then others were just filled with, about 60, some 68 maybe, were filled with great albums that I probably wouldn't have gone out and purchased, but they're all in great shape, great amazing songs, great tunes, and these two were part of it. And when I saw this one at first, I said, what the heck is this? But then when I researched it, oh, okay, Elvis Costello, I've heard of you. And he's a great artist, so I'm pretty happy that I have those. And that's the cool thing about music, is that you discover all kinds of unique songs, and it's always good to venture and not be stuck with the same thing all over again. And that's a cool thing about music. And that's not to take anything away from any style of music out there. Everyone has their own style, everyone has their own likes and dislikes. But that's the cool thing about music, is that it can take you anywhere and everywhere. And it can also take you back when you hear a note, a song, a verse. It can take you back to a place of greatness or of sadness or all kinds of emotions. And that's what I love about music, is that it's a venture and an adventure, and it can take you a million different places depending on the day, depending on the time, depending on your mood, what's not going on in your life, the highs, the lows. Music is a crutch, a good crutch. And I encourage everyone to listen to music every day, whether it's for 5 minutes or the whole day. And not be discouraged with the stuff that's out there, because that's had its own niche, that has its own likes, and not to take anything away from what's out there. And I won't even go there, because that's a whole different topic. It's just not my style, not my like. But it's still music, and it's still being produced every day. And enough said on that, because again, that's a whole other topic. But I hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks very much. Bye-bye now.